Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the third chapter of this series that is building up an e commerce application using Angular, Node.js, and MySQL. So, our case study was on spurtcommerce, and in the previous chapter that is Introduction to spurtcommerce, we discussed about like how exactly the architecture of spurtcommerce is, how things are being built up. So while like I closed up that chapter, I said that the next chapter will be on the difference between CSS and SCSS. But this might not be the case. I was just thinking how I should like further build up this tutorial, and I feel that before going to the front end, let us go ahead and at first discuss about the back end. So why is it so? So in any application, the first thing, the first individual unit which is built up is the database. So it can be the MongoDB or like the flat file system or relational DB such as MySQL or Microsoft SQL. In this case, it is MySQL, and you can assume at first a person will have to design up the database. Then second, the person will write up the APIs, that is application programming interface, that will be http get api, put api, post api, etc. And at the third stage he will be building up the front end, that is like the html, css, javascript, bootstrap using Angular framework. So these are the three steps and three layer of this three-tier architecture. But at first you should be having a database. So this is why like we chose up like first knowing of the database in this chapter, then we will move towards API during this tutorial series, and at last we will talk about the front end, that is the Angular part. So coming back to my previous slide, what exactly we will be learning up today is like we will be learning how exactly the database server is made up of, spurt commerce, what all tables are used, and what all like how the relations are being built up between these tables. So at first I would like you to understand a very basic thing, like a e-commerce website can be a single vendor website or a multi-vendor website. So what is a single vendor website? So if you see up this page out here, this page is from Amazon, and let me zoom in my screen so that you can able to see it more clearly. So if you see up this page over here, you see that this says that this product is being sold by Aperio Retail Private Limited. Similarly, this product is also sold by Aperio, but this product is not being sold by Aperio. This product is being sold by some other company. So Amazon basically follows up the multi-vendor model. So what it means is like various companies can come and register to your website and they can sell in their products. So they have a seller account. So today I can open up my company and I can go to Flipkart or Amazon and then start selling up my stuff. But this particular Spurt Commerce, this particular version of Spurt Commerce, that is 3.0.0, this is based on a single vendor website design. So when you say that you are learning of the database designing, you should understand how exactly and like what state of mind that person was when he was building up the this open source platform. So at that time he was thinking up of building up a single vendor platform. For example, let's say for example there is a manufacturing company, say for medical science we have Unident India. So this particular company starts selling their products online, and they do not want anyone else to sell on their website. Only they are the manufacturer and they will sell their products or someone else products, but like only they will manage like what is being sold. So no seller can come and like externally register to the website and then sell it. So in this case they are saying that we are the only admins and like we will tell what is being sold and what is being in stock. So they are managing everything and they are only selling up things. So that is something you call it as a single vendor website. So why it is required to understand what kind of website it is, because the database design is based on these terms. So when you say that you are designing up a single vendor website, in this case you do not need a table. You do not need a table that will like take up the results for multiple vendors. So you know that there is only one vendor. So we will like talk about it. We will see all of these things later. But as of now, you need to understand that there is a state of mind while developing of a website. And here in this case, in spurtcommerce 3.0.1, they intended towards building up a single vendor website. So in this course today, we will be setting up our database. Then we will be seeing how to read the database. We will be seeing few ER diagrams, and at the end we will like taking up a walkthrough of all the tables. So I would rather say that we will start up with this thing, that is like the walkthrough of all the tables. After setting up the database, then we will do these 2 points, which is reading MySQL and understanding structure via ER diagram. So let us now go ahead and set up our database. So for that, the first thing which I will like you to check is the services. So just type in services out here, click on services, and here in these services you should be able to see this MySQL 80 service. So this service should be there. This is nothing but your server. Then you need something called as MySQL Workbench. This is nothing but the client. So this is the client. So just click on it. So this will open up the workbench. You need to connect to the local instance. We have already talked about it in our previous video. So I will just connect to my local instance, and here it is, like this is my local instance. The first thing which you need to do is to create our database. So just say create database and say this is a shopping cart. We are creating a shopping cart. Just hit and enter and refresh this. So you will have a shopping cart out here in your schemas. So this particular shopping cart will not have anything. So there are no tables as of now. So if you see out here, we have a arrow because it has tables. But here we do not have any arrow out here because this is completely empty. So now we have created our database, that is shopping cart. I will open up a new query from here, from this first button out here. I will open up a new editor. So we get a new editor out here, and I will say use shopping cart. So this will do nothing but just use up this database. So now we are using up this database, that is shopping cart. If anything which we will, any command we will run, now will run inside this database. The next thing is you should have already downloaded the website till now, and this website has all of these files. One file is spurtcommerce.sql. Just right click and say edit with Notepad++. You will get a file. Control A to select everything, Control C to copy everything, go to MySQL Workbench, Control A to select everything, Control V to paste everything. You just need to copy paste all the contents from this file over here. Again select all, Control A and press this button. This will start executing the commands and will execute everything. So as soon as I press this button, it will like take up some time to execute all the files, all the statements, because you can see that there are a lot of statements and all of them will be executed one by one sequentially. So it might take like few minutes to like happen. So this processing has been completed. I would have to refresh this schema from this button. So I will refresh it, and as soon as I refresh it, I see a lot of tables are being populated out here. You see that this shopping cart now has a lot of tables. Now all of these tables belong to spurtcommerce 3.0.1, which you get for free. You can like just go ahead and download this software and like paste this script over here, and you get all of these tables, pre-built tables. Now let us understand what exactly are these tables, and let us see like what I mean to say is, now we should understand that we have a software, we already have a database design which was done by someone else. Now you want to understand it. So what will be the best way to understand a design? The first thing I would like you to see is this. Like on MySQL, you just go to the database, right click over here and say Schema Inspector. There is something called as Schema Inspector. Just click over here. As soon as you click on this, there will be something like a tab will open up, and this tab will look like this, which is this shopping cart. So this is the shopping cart tab, and here you will have multiple sub tabs, right? So it starts with info and ends with events. So this is the information which tells you what schema it is, and what is the size of the schema, how many tables are there. So in total there are 39 tables. If I go ahead, it will show you all the tables which are there in your like this particular database. It has these many tables. It is also showing you the number of records within these tables. So it is like actually showing you a lot of things, lot of metadata. Then inside these tables we have columns. So we have a lot of columns, and like these columns belong to some table. So these all columns from here till here belong to access token tables. So this particular table has these all columns. So we will see all of these things in an ER diagram. So during this course, we expect this thing from you, like you should already be aware of relational database, like it is made up of tables, then we have primary key, then we have foreign key, all of these concepts. If not, we have already prepared up a course on MySQL. You can go ahead and watch that first, so that it becomes easier for you to understand things out here. So in a similar way, like we have columns, then we have indexes. Indexes are built up to make your searches faster in SQL. Then we have triggers. Triggers are something like which like we do not have any trigger for this spurtcommerce, but like triggers, you can go ahead and create something of your own. What are triggers? Triggers are something which gets executed before or after a statement, maybe insert statement, delete statement, something like that. Views are something like which is just to view things. We do not have any views, we do not have any stored procedure, no functions, no grants, like two grants, and no events. So the major thing which you need to understand for at this time is the tables and the relationship between the tables. So here you can see all the tables, or you can see all the tables out here. But now, how to understand the relation between the tables? The answer is ER diagrams. So before going up towards ER diagrams, let us first see all of these tables, because I have already seen all ER diagrams and I have already divided them. So I want you to see all the tables which are there in a single vendor website, so that you can associate it with a ER diagram. So before we go ahead and like start seeing up all of these tables, let us see what all entities and data is there on our website. So this is our website, which is situated on localhost. So I have like already started up the servers, and this is how Smooth Commerce looks at a glance. So this is a website which is built on Angular, Node.js, and MySQL, and this is how it looks. So what all things are there? So here on this green line we have categories, product categories. So we see that we have all products, women products, then babies, electronics. So these are product categories. So I can click on any category, and then in these categories we will have various products. So we do not see any picture out here. This is due to the API issue. We will see up this image resizing issue in our Node.js tutorial. Today we are talking about database. So these are two products which belong to this product category. So what are entities are there? We have product categories, we have products, then we have orders. People may order things, so they can go to shopping cart and order something. Then we will have a login for customer. A customer can come in and log in before like he buys up something. Then what can be the other things? So if I just go ahead over here, we can see that we have order details, we have website pages, we have website banners. So banners are nothing but these particular images. If you see out these images out here, so these are nothing but like the banners. So again, like we do not see the image, any image, because this particular website like the application server has some issue. and this issue comes up with your default download. When you download this version, which is absolutely free, which is 3.0.1, you get these issues, image resizing issues. So you will have to correct it up, but there will be some backend images at back of this woman flag 50% off. So those will be called as banners. So in the similar way, if I scroll down, here we have website pages. So pages are nothing but the content which is being seen up over here. So we will see all of these things in database, but as of now you can see that what all things are there. Women flat 50% is here, up to 40% brand is here. You can click on shop now. So this will take you to the page of 40%, up to 40% discount page. So there are a lot of entities like this. So if I come back to my this particular page, so these are all the tables in this particular 3.0.1 smooth commerce website. So here you see that this is nothing but the generic tables. So if I just draw again, so these are nothing but the generic tables. So this one defines the email template, like what email template is being sent. Like if a customer has ordered something, or the customer has asked for the refund, cancelled order. So for any kind of action, there is a email which is being sent. So whenever you do some action on Amazon, you buy something, you get an email for buying something. You talk to a customer agent, you get an email for feedback. You cancel something, you get an email for cancellation. So these are nothing but the email templates for different actions. So this will contain all of these things. Migration is nothing but the database migration which is being logged over here. Settings is your website settings. So what is the URL of your website and all of these things. So this should be a single line, single record table. It should only have one record, I guess. These are nothing but the countries you are being operating in. So we have the country zones within the countries, and geographies within the zone, and so on. Now, what is the difference between user and a customer? What is the difference between a user and a customer? When I say there is someone who can log in, a customer comes in, he logs in, he buys a product and he checks out. This is a customer. But there will be someone who will also log in and put up a new product. So that will be the admin guy. So the admin guy is nothing but the user. So this is the difference. Customer is person who is buying the product. User is the person who is selling the product, right? Banners we have already seen. Pages we already know. Products we have seen. Product categories we have seen, and orders we have seen. So these are the basic tables and the related tables which are being used in this spurtcommerce website. If I just move ahead, so you can now associate this part, which is the product part, which is this part, the product part, with the next ER diagram. Let us see the ER diagram. So if I just move ahead, this is my ER diagram, and you can see out here that we have all of these tables and there is some link. So here we have three lines. So this is nothing but one-to-many relation. So you do not need to worry about it to a very deeper level, but over here you can just understand that there is one-to-many relation. A product can have many images. A product can be into many categories. So you can understand it this way. This is nothing but the foreign key product ID, which is nothing but this key. This is the product ID, and this is over here as well. Even though the product ID is over here, which is in product description, it is not having any relation with product, because this might be a column over here. You might be referencing it from here, but this is not defined as a foreign key in product description. So let me open up these three tables: product, product image, and product description. So I will just go to MySQL, and here we have product description, product, and product image. So we were talking about these three, right? Product image, product description, and product. So let me right click, say send to SQL editor, and create statement. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have all the three tables out here. So they have come in between. So I will just cut them and let me open up a new query tab and paste it. So at first we have product tables. This is the product tables in between. So this table has all of these things, and it has a primary key, and these particular things like again belong the part of this key. And at the end, if we see that product image is having a constraint foreign key of product ID. So this is what like I was talking about. This particular image is having a foreign key constraint of product ID which references to the product ID table. But if I go above on the first table, this particular product description does not have any foreign key. So it is having the product ID as a like column over here, and it will reference it out here, but it does not have any like foreign key, and this is what like you will get by default. So now you may ask like why we do not have any product foreign key over here. So this is not correct. When you download it, you can obviously put up a foreign key. The product description and this particular column should always belong and be a part of this particular column, because this column is filled up by the value which is over here, and this is like how the relation goes on. But I just wanted you to know how to read a diagram and how to find out mistakes and how to implement things. So when you see up this diagram, so how I created up this diagram, we will talk about it. But when you see up this diagram, I can easily point out that this product description is not connected to product, and this is wrong. So I will have to change it myself, and like either I can use it this way itself, because that will not hamper a lot of things until and unless you make a mess around in your APIs. But here I am just trying to make you understand this, like how you would analyze any database and try to figure out what needs to be done next. In a similar way, I have fetched out the diagram for category. Like these, I have fetched out differently for all of these segregated areas. So you can find the segregated areas by the comments. So we have country area, we have user area, we have customer area, product area, category area, website area, order area, banner area. So I have bifurcated these tables into different areas so that I can analyze them myself. So similarly, I have produced up the diagrams for a particular area. This is for product area. Then this category area. Again, you can see the order history. What all connections are being made. Order history has connection with order status, and then order history has connection with the order. So they are sharing some keys, but order total and order log, they do not have any relation with anyone. So we do not see any like arrow out here. So you might need to develop it, but this is how it goes on. So next is the pages. These two tables have relation. These two tables have relations. These two tables have relation. These two tables and these two again have relation. This has relation with no one. So this is how like you interpret things easily. So if I go next, again this is for banner, and these are few individual tables. So contact do not have any like foreign key with any other table. No. Country do not have. Now email template do not have. Access token do not have. These two are combined with each other. Migrations do not have. Settings do not have. Stock do not have. Stock is something. What is stock? So this table will be used by the admin guy, the user, not the customer, because stock maintenance comes up as the part of user or the vendor. Vendor will update the stock, not the customer, right? So this is something which will be used by the single vendor, and this is how like the mentality comes into picture, because this particular thing was developed for single vendor website. So they did not build up tables for like resellers. So they did not build a table for multi vendors, like taking the track of multi vendor, then noting up the information about the vendor, his username, his phone number, his password, the address, complaints on vendors, the ratings on vendors. There can be a lot of things which can be done, but this is a very basic like platform for you to start with. Then we have manufacturers, right? So the next part which I want you to see is how we develop these ER diagrams. So you just need to go to MySQL Workbench. Here you need to go to the database and click on reverse engineering. So as you click on reverse engineering, you will open up this page. Here select your IP address of your database server, port, username, password. Click on next. Let it do things. Again click on next. Select your database. So our database was shopping cart. Click next. So it will fetch things. Click next. Here, do not hurry up. Just wait for this page and here click on show filter. So as you click on show filter, you will get something like this. Click on this button to make all of these things come here in this window. Now you have not selected anything. This particular left side window is for things which you have selected. Now say if you just need to see the ER diagram for products. So I will just select all the product tables out here and we click on this arrow button. All of them will come. Then just say execute and finally say next and finish. So as I click on this, you can see that we have the product over here. Now you can just move things a little as per your convenience. So you see that I have moved up things. So this is the relation and like these are a few tables. So let me again move up. So this table is not linked with anyone. This particular table is not linked with anyone. Then these tables are connected. These two tables are connected and these two tables are connected. This particular table is also not linked to anyone. Only like this table is connected. This product table connects these two tables. So this is how like we get up the ER diagram, and like this makes up like things clear on how like we need to make our next step. One thing I would like you to say is like you should always go ahead and like do up an activity like this. So these are all the tables which I have shown you out here. So these are all the tables pasted on my workbench. So what I do is I always like just give up this query, select star from and then the table name for all the tables. And what I do is I go to all of these tables one by one. So when you will go on with this table, you will see that what all information is being there in this table. So you can see that this table has a template for email when the person registers successfully, template for email when he forgets the password, template for email when like he has to contact someone, template for email for user login, similarly like details of your recent order when someone orders, congratulations again for your order, then login credentials. It does not have a template for like order cancellation, so they should give a template for order cancellation as well. So I will just move down towards this. So then we have geographies, countries. So you can just select this and run it. So we have all of these countries. Then let's see what is settings. So the settings is nothing but it is giving you the URL, which is put.com, then description, then keyword and all of these things. Let me scroll down. Let me see a user group. So it will be just be having a user group of admin. We have an admin user group, and if we go ahead and see the users, so we have all of these users. So again we have stock status, manufacturer is nothing but like the you can say that this is something which has the images. So in this particular folder that is for spurtcommerce website, you in API you will find something called as uploads, and in this you will find manufacturer. So you will see all the images out here. So these all are the images which is like mentioned over here. This is the image names, all the images name, and the path is manufacturer. These are inside the folder in uploads, which is manufacturer. So if I just go down, you have customers. So you have two customers over here. So and these are a few other like data which you are being taken for the customers. If you go down, we have banners. So if I just click on banners, so we have banners, and you can see that these banners again, like you can see the title of the banners. So women 50% flat off. So if I just go to my web page, so this is nothing but the banner which is saying that women flat 50% off. So up to 40% off. So like at the back of this particular banner there should be an image up to 40% off. What image it should be? So it should be this image which is inside banner, and the it ends with 53. So it should be this image which is there inside banner and it ends with 53, this image. So this is not there because like we have some issue with the image resizing in the application server. Like with it comes up with spurtcommerce, and I will tell you how to like move forward with this. So if I just go ahead and like show you up the page, so let me first see the page group. So the page group has nothing, so we cannot identify things as of now. And the page has all of these things, like it has a company page, resource page, about us page, information page, and the text related to this. So then I can just scroll down and you can see all the pages: page info, about us page, resources page, company page. You click on any one of them, you get this particular thing, and this particular thing is coming out from this pages table. Now if I move down, you have products. One thing I would like you to see is like this particular products, all of these products. In this product table we have a column called as image, which is right here, image and image path. You can see out here in this product table we have image and image path, but all of these are empty. So why we have kept them empty? Because like products, like the amount of products in any e-commerce website are usually very high. When this is the case, like that, when like their product is usually very high, you like do not like want to save all of these things in a single table, rather you divide it into two tables. So this particular table, which is product image, is actually carrying all the image to the products. How it is mapped? This product id has this image. What is this product id? 358. We can find it from here, what product it is. So product id is 3538. So this is the product. So this is the SKU number, UPC number, then all the other details, name of the product, which is this. Similarly, if I scroll down, we have categories. And one thing I would like you to see, another thing which I would like you to see is like this banner. In this particular case, we have in banner, we have all the images in this table itself, which is the banner table. You have image and image path both in this table. But you can even like take it from banner image. It actually depends on your architecture, because banners are not created much, so we put up in a single table, but products are used very much. So and like they are even large quantities, so we bifurcate the data. So while querying, things become faster when we fetch it from two tables. So there are various reasons for various things, and at last we have orders. So you can just see orders, click on this part, and you can see orders. So our database name over here is shopping cart. So I will say shopping cart. So this brings this lesson to the close, and if you have any doubts, please do put up in the comments. I will be really happy to answer. Please do like and subscribe my channel. This was Anand Goel from host-tune-perform.org.